It's time for taking it easy. It's time for taking it slow. Old bones don't move so fast like they once did in the past. Now if I have to run, I simply don't go. But I love life, I'd like to do it again. Though I might not be much more than I've ever been. Just to have that chance to turn back the hands and make my life begin. Oh yeah, I'd love to do it again. Good evening. We're going to mention people that have helped us to play so very many hours of tennis in the last year and over the years. But I think we should get some credit just for playing tennis. Have you ever been playing tennis with like two other people and you say, I hope someone else comes. I don't care if they're a bad player and a poor sport. Just so they come, right? Let me ask you a question. By applause, how many of you have been to one of these annual meetings before or are attending your first one today? Thank you, Zig Ziglar. All right. That applause should be for you as a member and as a player, because to live, I think hospices have a motto, and they say we want people to live as fully as they can for as long as they can. I think this is a big part of living fully. And if it's working for you in the leadership roles, as we might call them, or just as a player, and especially as a captain, this is also a captain's lunch. We want to honor all of you. All right, that's number 2. I only have about 6 items, so. All right. Story of a fella that his friend said, well, how's Joe doing? He says, well, you mean my friend? Yeah, well, yeah, he died. He said, well, he was an older guy, wasn't he? He was, yeah, he was 89. He said, so his other friend says, well, who wants to live to be 89? I mean, he says, well, a lot of people that are 88. Yes. Okay. We might as well take a moment to remember, or might as well, it's not the right phrase, to remember the people that we have lost over the year, over the past years that have been tennis players. We remember, and we might just remember a kind word they said to us, or a bad call, or something. but we remember them. Okay. All right. Talking about bad calls, some of us, when we do things with our board, or as a captain, or as a player, we might do something that's irritating to people. I hit a lot of lobs, and I remember asking someone, and I said, "Is that the lady that hates my lobs?" And she said, "We all hate your lobs." But coaches might tell you that can be a good move. Also, a lob slows the game down. So when it's really helpful when you're trying to lose that last 70 or 80 pounds. You might want to use the lob for a while while you're waiting for that to happen. All right, that's number 5. We are darn near. We're cooking here. Okay. Okay. If you have a program, it's black on blue. To me, it's my copy's black and white, so it's a little easier to read. But we see some of the. We have a new board of directors. We have an acting president, you see the vice president, acting president, and you might look at his name and say, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to help you with that. It's Andreas. Okay. You got that? Andreas. It could be Andreas, you're right. It could only be close. Andreas is not here today. He's with his family. He's always with his family about this particular time of each year. Actually, I talked to David, and he said that really it's just 3 simple words to pronounce Andreas's last name. Papa. So we can all say Papa, I think. Papa, Nickel, and I. So if we say all those quickly, one right after the other, it's Papa Nikolai. Andreas Papa Nikolai. Beautiful name, right? Okay. Andreas has worked hard to keep, with the board of directors, probably like a church council of the U.S. Senate, whatever it is, people get in and they have an idea, and sometimes there are ramifications that they didn't plan on happening, and things, and so sometimes we make good decisions, and sometimes we have to have people say, maybe you don't want to do that. All right, I guess I don't even want to go with that. So let me continue on our list here of board of directors. Wanda Davis is our treasurer. You should have a treasurer's report. And as usual, in an organization like this, we try to gloss over that. Actually, Wanda has tried to move us to getting 2 or 3 or 4% on some money that we have instead of our .001 most of us are used to. I'm the new members person, so when we get a new application, we send them we call them and thank them for joining. And then we have our new board members, Roz Bernstein, Sharon Gribble, Dennis, is it Hikes? Hikes, thank you. Lee, I believe has been on the board, right? Lee? No. Yes?
Yes.
New? New or no? Okay, Naomi Storm, Robert Williams, and Richard Winga. I don't have time to say too much about any of them. Richard informed us that he once played in the Rose Bowl. I think it was the clarinet. Naomi Storm was a politician. Huh? Strom. Oh, thank you. Yes, I couldn't read my own printing. Naomi Strom was a politician in California, so she knows all about faults. She knows all about for a couple of reasons, right? And she also knows what's in and what's out. So, depending on how the wind's blowing, yes, the president, I don't know anything about him, or, the president and I are just like that. That's me on top. All right, now see, when you give a speech, certain parts you should leave out. When in doubt, leave it out. So, this is a lesson to you, and a lesson to me too.